Alright, dinner tonight, we are going to be using the freshly washed Ultra Pro lasagna pan. And I am going to be making rosemary chicken and potatoes. So, even though I'm going to be using olive oil in it, I'm going to put just a little bit of spray in the bottom and on the sides just to reduce a little bit of sticking. Warm my oven, yes I said oven, up to 350 degrees. Let's see if I can find... pair of tongs. I use chicken thighs. Got a family pack of chicken thighs here. Not going to use this whole thing tonight. So, I'm going to take out my freezer smart, large, shallow. Set it to the side because I am going to put the leftover pieces in this. Well, actually, yeah. So, family pack. So, 1, 2, 3, we're going to do 6, 4, 5, 6. Now, even though I am using metal tongs to put the chicken in here, I'm not touching the pan with it. You don't want to use metal in the Ultra Pro series. It can actually scrape the coating on it and it will ruin it. So never use any metal in the Ultra Pro pans. I'm going to transfer these other chicken thighs to my freezer Smart Plus, Freezer Mate Plus. There we go. And put that guy away. Try not to touch the chicken. I've reduced how many times I have to wash my hands because I had a nasty little incident yesterday. My puppy got her paw stuck in her kennel, and a dog's natural reaction to pain, even though you're trying to help them, is fear, and she attacked, and so she put her hand or her mouth over there, and so got a nice little puncture mark there. And then I am actually going to get that covered up. I have a nice little I feel like I'm flipping everybody off all the time. I'm going to get a bandage on that. I'm going to pause this for a moment. Okay, now that I got that covered up. Okay, so we're going to be using black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. I need to refill that. And don't have everything in my containers yet, so I gotta work on that this weekend. We're going to be using some paprika and some rosemary. This is brand new. I just got it today, so it definitely needs to go into a container. So yeah, rosemary, potatoes, and chicken is a favorite of my family. A few years ago, McCormick, I think it was McCormick, it was either McCormick or Knorr, one of them, came out with these, and they always have these coming out, so there's different ones in there now, but these spice mixes that were in packets, and one of them was rosemary, chicken, and potato, one of those one cheap pain type deals. And so what we did was made it, and then the family fell in love with it, and so I have expanded upon that and made my own spice mix that is very much similar to it. Oh, I'm going to put some thyme in it also. I gotta grab that. One more thyme. If I have any. Guess what needs to be added to the grocery list? Let's do that right now before I forget it. Dried thyme. Okay. Oh, it won't have any thyme in it. Alright. That's alright. So, rosemary can be one of those things that you can use a little bit too much of it, but it's a beautiful flavor. So I'm going to use a small amount. I am going to rub it and release some of those oils. While it is dried, we do want to, yeah, that's good fragrance. Okay. We do want to open it up and make it pungent. Paprika gives it good color. But probably about 2 tablespoons in. I usually eyeball it, guys. Garlic powder. I'm gonna put the rest of this in actually because I need to refill it anyways, and we like garlic. And then did I already put any powder in it? I think I did, but I'm gonna put a little bit more. They're watching the Lorax in the other room, in case you're wondering. Okay, and then in my counterscape container, which I show quite often, this is my kosher salt. We are going to add just a couple, maybe 3 little of the scoopfuls. Silicone spatula is a little bit overkill for this, but hey, it works, doesn't it? There we go. You know, I think it needs just a little bit more rosemary. The same amount as I put in the last, at first. I'm putting a little more in. There it is, okay. All right. Now, we don't want to put the spice blend in yet because we want to add our potatoes. And I'm using baby reds. It's a favorite in our family. It's a friendly potato to diabetics and people that just love potatoes. I love little reds. So I got babies, so all I have to do, I have to clean up a couple if they have little eyes like that, and that's fine. Just have them. If they're a little bit bigger, I'm going to quarter them. But very simple. This is a very simple one. It's a sheet pan meal, basically. And with the Ultra Pro, I love the Ultra Pro. There are other pans in the series. Currently, I only have the lasagna pan, but as I've shown in multiple videos, you don't have to only use it for lasagna. In fact, I haven't made lasagna in it yet. Lasagna is something that we do maybe 3 times a year, 4 times a year, depending on the time of year. We definitely do it at Christmas time. That is one time of the year that is a definite time that lasagna is done on Christmas Eve. It's a tradition. So we will be doing that this year. A lot of these have little... I don't know about where you're from, but this pandemic has hit us pretty hard here in Peace County, Oregon. We're still in extreme risk. County hasn't completely shut down. I mean, people still have to go. I still work. I and my husband are both considered essential services. We were on our spring break this week because I work for a preschool, and they follow the school district's calendar, because they have a lot of their kids have siblings that are in the public school system, so families like to keep their time together, which is why I'm not all dressed up and I'm vegged out. Today we went to the beach. I literally live a block away from the beach. Beach access for us, though, is not a block away. I should say I live... Oh, that one's not good. That one's not good. No, it's fine. That one's not good. Take that out. That one's fine. Okay. I live a block away from the ocean, is what I should say. There are houses that are at the end of my block that block the ocean, and they have their own private beach access, but it takes us 15 minutes to get to the bay where the kids can go and play and have fun, and that's what we did today. It's kind of a weekend end of spring break for us, and have some fun. Alright, so this, I have a little bit of olive oil, and I have a giant container of olive oil. I didn't want to get it out, so I have about 1/4 cup of olive oil, and I'm going to drizzle that all over. I went to Costco and got myself a nice big one the other day. Alright, olive oil. And now I'm going to sprinkle our spice mix on. You're right-handed, use your right hand. Okay, all that spice mix is in there. And now I'm going to use a silicone spatula. Even though I put those chicken thighs in there perfectly, you want to turn them over, get them nestled in there, get them covered in that spice mix, and give them a beautiful, beautiful color. Fix those potatoes, make sure every one of those is perfect. Scoop those guys over. I might put just a little bit more oil in. That's all she wrote. So, yeah, I think I'm going to add just a tiny bit more olive oil in. Get my big guy out. Perfect. Alright, and then I'm going to cover it and put it in the oven and put some tape on this. Put it in the oven for 45 minutes. And I'll see you back here when it's done. Okay. You want to get some butter out, sweetheart? Yeah. This is very hot, so I'm taking it out. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, gotta get the lid out of the way. I am going to put it in for just a few more minutes to brown the top a little bit more after I put some butter in it. Gotta move this lid. Now, my oldest daughter came in and made some Brussels sprouts. Had I not been using the lid on the Ultra Pro, we could have inverted it and stuck the Brussels sprouts in there, but it was in use at the moment, so that's another thing that you can do with the Ultra Pro. It's pretty cool. So, yes, I got my wine out. I'm trying to decide which one we're going to have. We're going to have either Stella Rosa Red or Stella Rosa Black, and I know I love the black, so...
I'm probably just going to have some flavored water.
Well, considering you're only 10, yeah, you're not having wine. I don't think so, sweetheart. Okay, so make sure there's room in the butter. Keep this up. I'm going to put some pats of butter in. Because what's potatoes without butter? Probably about 4 tablespoons.
There's a little bit of butter.
2. See, and I feel safe leaving my spatula there, even though this pan is screaming hot, because number 1, the Ultra Pro pan can go up to 425 degrees, and look at my spatula. But I only had it. Can you put that in there, please? At 350 degrees. So I'm gonna toss this. The chicken is done. Oh, look at all those juices in there. This is gonna be nummy. So by leaving, oops, it's hot. By leaving the lid off, I'm gonna get some good color on this. The potatoes are done. So is the chicken, but I want some color on it. Turn that back over. And I want to let some of these juices evaporate and condense a little bit in flavor.
They look like little mini chickens.
Kind of, but they're thighs. They are chickens. It's chicken thighs. Okay, so move those around. Get the butter situated. Pat those down in there.
It's melting.
Yeah, it is because it's hot. And I'm going to stick it back in the oven probably only for another 10 minutes. It's only been a half an hour. And like I said, this is going to take 45 minutes, probably from beginning to end. And that's only because I'm going to stick this in for, this is all done. So it's only going to go in for probably another, like I said, 5 to 10 minutes, because I just want to crisp it up, because it'll be yummy crispy. So I'm going to stick this back in. Watch out, honey. I'm going to stick this back in uncovered into the hot oven. And see you back here in 10 minutes. All right. Pièce de résistance. I'm saying that wrong. Pièce de résistance. Whatever. You know what I mean. The good stuff. Woo! Fogging up my glasses. Okay. Pièce de résistance. There we go. There it is. That's all it needed. 10 minutes. I put in for another 10 minutes is what it was. Beautiful. The paprika lends a little bit of flavor to it. It's the other flavors, the rosemary and things like that, that in the time, if I'd had it, will lead the major flavor to it. It's the color and beautiful. dinner. Yum. So, microwave isn't all about oven cooking or microwave oven cooking. They want you to enjoy cooking. So, we have the Ultra Pro, which this line is beautiful. There's a roasting pan that you can fit a 20-pound turkey into. It's a beautiful device that when you love oven cooking, this is the way to go. I mean, I really enjoy the way that Tupperware has made meals easier by being able to use the microwave. Don't get me wrong. That stack cooker is beautiful. The micro grill is beautiful. All of Tupperware's options are awesome. Especially love the micro pitcher set, silicone spatula, kids line. These are the bell tumblers, zipper seal. My grandbaby will be using those someday. These are the kids' snack cups, but today I had, we went to the beach, and, you know, I could have taken with that one, but this one's on top stack. Took this one with me, filled with candy pecans, and they stayed perfectly safe, and no sand in them. I washed it, and it's over there drying right now. So yeah, oven cooking isn't out of the question when it comes to Tupperware. They have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pots and pan line also, which someday in the future you'll see me have those too, because they are extremely high grade and they are on my wish list. So have a great night, everybody. I'm going to call my family in so that they can have dinner, and hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.